Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a controversial topic that's been making headlines in the YouTube community. Recently, a popular YouTuber, Arbar from Arbar and Preach, made some controversial comments about the dangers of being a YouTube prankster. He argued that pranksters deserve whatever happens to them as a result of their actions, citing a recent incident where a prankster was shot at a Walmart store after harassing a customer.
It always is. The SM7B and that Scarlet 2, is it the 212 or whatever? It's always these two awful devices.
How do we sound now? I turned it up, chat. W's in the chat. Okay, but what were you saying, Abba?
Yeah, you said I was wishing death on you. I'm hoping for your death.
Nah, man. I know you weren't wishing on my death and stuff like that. I know you were just being funny for the video, but like at the end of the day, you know, I have to ride with my pranksters. You feel me? Like I'm always gonna ride with the pranksters, unless that one dude that was jacking off in front of the Starbucks barista. That dude, I don't like that dude.
What about the homie who was taking people's luggages at the airport?
Canal, I with Canal. He's like my brother.
Or do you with everything he does?
I think Canal is one of the most creative pranksters out there. Like he was cooking food inside of Lowe's, right? He plugged in one of those electric stoves, and he was cooking inside of Lowe's, and the people were like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "Remy made me do it." And they were like, "Who the f is Remy?" And then he took off his chef hat, and he had a mouse on his head. Like that was like one of the most funniest things ever, bro. You can't tell me that's not like creative as.
No, I highly believe it is. I'm actually not even doubting that he's probably got some amazing videos. But I don't know. People just send me videos sometimes, and I think one guy lost his mind because he took his luggage, and the guy got arrested because he wanted to fight Canel for taking his luggage. And then the guy got arrested. You don't think there's? The
guy didn't get arrested. The guy didn't get arrested because Canel didn't press charges. They asked him if he wanted to press charges, and Canel said no. That was just what people were saying.
Okay. So do you think? Let me ask you this a different way. Do you think there's things they do that are wrong?
I think it's all about the way you go about it. You know what I mean? Like I try to make myself look mentally ill when I go about it, so that way people are like, oh, A, I want them to see me as no threat, and then B, I want them to be like what? Like I want them to be more confused than mad, if that makes sense. But you know, whenever I do see them wilding, like I'll call them. You know what I mean? I'll always call them and be like, "Yo, man!" Like sometimes with Canel, I'll be like, "Yo, man, you gotta chill, man. You can't be getting people mad like this." You know what I mean? And It's like, because I feel like, you know, with me being like one of the biggest in this genre, like I have to be that big brother and like look out for them. You feel me?
Sure. Okay. So what was the main issue you had with what I said, other than the fact that, like, there's one part that I said that was wild, where I was like, I don't even care if these niggas die. Like, Jesus. I just don't care. I'll be honest with you. Somebody, like, the one who got shot, okay, the details came out about what he did. Apparently, he was following this guy for 60 to 90 seconds as the guy was telling him to leave him alone, and he kept pushing and pushing. And me having seen this guy's pranks, he is somebody who's very insistent, even when the person's not with the prank. And so I'm just like, bro, I don't care if this guy gets shot. Like, yo, you kept harassing the dude when he told you to leave him alone. Like, if you die, that's something that happened. Now, I understand you took issue with that, but I'll be honest with you. You're taking it from the prankster side because you're a prankster, not realizing there's another person on the other side who's just going about their day, doesn't want to be with, right? So I understand you have your allegiances, but that shouldn't supersede the fact that your guys or your people are actually harming other folks, and they don't really seem to care that much that they're doing that. So
yeah, but it's like, you know, I actually talked to Tanner the other day, and it's like I got the full story, and then I had other people hitting me up, like telling me how this nigga's and how he hits up little girls, and like he's not all there in the head and stuff like that. Like if I told you the full story about this dude and like the full story of the prank and what happened, you would be like it would make everything you said in the video like not hit the same, because it's like, you know. It's like everybody's like, oh yeah, free this dude, but not everybody like knows the full story. They just see the dude shot a prankster, and they just automatically assume, oh yeah, he deserves it because he's a prankster.
So why is the prosecutor saying he watched the video and he thought the prankster was really insistent in pushing the guy and pushing him? And what the prosecutor said was, we were considering pressing charges because what this guy was doing was borderlining on harassment.
I mean, it's like prosecutors arrested me for going inside of a store, like under disguise. You know what I mean? Or whenever I took a shit inside of a IHOP, they tried to get me on arson for lighting candles in the bathroom. Like, these niggas, they say anything, bro. Like, you can't take them that serious.
Okay.
Like, they literally tried to get a federal charge on me for lighting candles in the bathroom, saying that I almost set the bathroom on fire.
Okay. So do you think that guy contributed anything to get shot?
I mean, yeah, like, I'm not gonna sit up here and like act and be like, bro, I know this stuff can happen. You know what I mean? And so I'm not gonna say like, oh, he should have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I have more issue on the fact of like everybody else being like, it was a good thing that he shot him, because that's not a civilized society.
Well, a civilized society isn't one where you go and purposefully antagonize people and take their groceries when they're at the line. Like, I don't know what civilized society you know of where that normally happens.
No, that wasn't the prank.
No, that wasn't at this time. That was a different prank, which he has up on his channel right now, where he gets an Asian guy so mad the Asian dude's about to fight him as he's trying to yank his.
And I think they have every right to fight people. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, they
that's
like, bro,
society to you though. That's what I'm asking.
Bro, I think you can do everything. You can beat our ass if you want to, if we prank you. You know what I mean? Like, if we're pranking you and you want to throw hands, like, that's totally reasonable. You know? Like, whenever people get in my face, I don't even get mad at them. Like, I completely understand. That's why I'm just like, hey man, I don't want no problems, bro. You're a big body. But it's like, just shooting people, like, you can't do that. Like, the dude, you decide how you want to react, and that's how he decided he wanted to react. Okay, you can't do that.
So you're fine with them beating the person up. You're just not fine with them using the gun.
Bro, you can't just shoot niggas for saying.
I'm just asking, like, you're fine with them beating up the guy.
Like legally, he can't do that, so he deserves to be in jail, legally speaking.
Okay. And you feel like the public sentiment being completely on the side of the guy who shot him, do you feel like that's a bad thing?
It really doesn't matter what, like, who the fuck are these niggas in the comment section? It doesn't matter about it. I really don't care about them. You know what I mean? They have nothing to do with the situation. It is what it is. Like, they're gonna say whatever they want, because everybody puts their own shoes in. They'll be like, oh, if that was me, well, my nigga, it wasn't you. It was that dude. Now he's in jail. It is what it is.
Okay. I don't know. It just seemed like for you, it bothered you that a lot of people wanted this guy to be dead or wanted him to be shot. And so that's why I'm asking you if you feel like public sentiment being on the side, like, forget the legal aspect of it. Most people, like, at least I've seen the response that I've seen from all different kinds of community. So I'm like, yo, this guy dies, like, it is what it is. So, like, good.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, like, bro, I'm always, especially the fact that it's like, I made a banger video with him. You know what I mean? Like, he came over to my crib. He's a really cool dude and stuff like that. Like, you know, I feel bad for him. It'll be like, let's say, okay, hypothetically, let's say when you guys made y'all response video on Fresh and Fit, instead of them copyright striking y'all, what if they just came up and they were like, yo, nigga, let's throw hands?
Fair, yeah. Do you think there's a difference between you saying something online and then you going up to someone in person and grabbing their things from their hands?
There is a difference, but do you think that, I guess the point I'm trying to make is, like, do you think that's a rational reaction? Do you think that would be a rational reaction for them to, like, find out where you guys live and pull up on y'all?
No.
Then that's my point. I don't think it was a rational reaction, especially after, because, like, niggas are out here lying, saying that he was doing, like, a fake robbery prank and stuff like that. Like, I'm actually might do an interview with him tonight. I actually know the prank that he did.
I think there's, here, real quick, there's something I think that, I don't know how you would draw this out, because I've had a hard time. I don't know, like, what language to give this. There are things that are wrong, probably, but they're understandable, right? Like, I should be able to walk up to a black dude in the US and call him the N-word and not have him touch me, because him attacking me would be wrong. But I know that if I do that, I'm gonna get my ass kicked, right? And I don't think anybody would feel bad for me. And they'd say, yeah, the guy probably shouldn't have put hands on him, but, like, what the do you expect, right? And I feel like that's kind of the area that Abba's talking about right now, where it's like, are people rational for shooting somebody or attacking somebody for trying to steal? Probably not. But, like, I don't know, if I personally, if I ran, like, there are states that I wouldn't do that in. If I was in Texas, I wouldn't run up to anybody in, like, a cowboy hat or run up to anybody at all and try to steal because I don't know if I'm about to die, right? That would just be my expectation, right?
And it's like I wouldn't do that. That's not my type of content either. Like I don't think stuff like that's funny. Like, you know what I mean?
Sure, but I think what
like
Abba's just trying to make the point that it's like it seems strange to get so offended that people are saying like, oh well, this dude gets shot, whatever, and you're like, well, no, that's super irrational. It's not fair, and it's like, yeah, it's not really fair, but like, you know.
I just think it's crazy how everybody's just rationalizing the wild, wild west. You know, if we were in the 1800s, sure, okay, yeah. Oh, he got in my face. I gotta shoot him. But it's like we're in a. I'm not saying I'm fine with it. Like, well,
but it sounds like you don't have an issue with it, though. It sounds like you like maybe I'm misunderstanding. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but that's what it sounds like. Because when you say I'm gonna defend my,
it's not something I would do. You know what I mean?
No. Hold on.
For me to be fine with it, it has to be something that I would do.
No, because you came out and you said these are my people, these are my pranks. I gotta rock with them. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta rock with them when one of them gets shot and everybody on the internet saying free the dude that shot him. Yeah, in that situation, I have to rock with him. Now, okay, if I made a video defending him whenever he did his stealing the groceries prank, then okay, you would have a point there. But I didn't make a video for that. I made a video for. And if you watch my reaction, I didn't even say nothing about that part. I just let you rock with it, you know? Right. Like I saw where you were coming from.
Right. Okay. All right. That's fair. Then. That's fair. Like I said, I just think I'm not against the whole prankster genre. I just see a lot of people who do it poorly and do it in ways where they just fuck with people and make their day substantially worse for their own content. And I don't know. To me, that's kind of fucked up that people are just walking down the street and all of a sudden they're the target of something that they never wanted to be part of. And you just got them riled up for your own content. I don't know. For me, morally speaking, I think it's kind of fucked up to do that to some people, especially with the kinds of pranks. It's not innocent pranks where it's a small emotional toll. You see people having mental breakdowns. You see people pulling out guns. You see people attacking the person behind the camera. It's like, you don't care about them. You don't care. You want to turn them into content and you want to push the envelope like your boy Canal. I watched him in the airport. He was having people on the verge of beating them up. And he's like, oh, it's just a prank. Some of them turned back and they got cool with it. But it's like, you're just trying to get them riled up so that you can get content out of them. I know part of me thinks that's partially fucked up to some degree. Can you see why?
No, yeah. Like, I like, with one of with the angry painter dude that I was fucking with in the mall. Like, I riled him up, and then I was like, damn, I did rile him up bad. So I went back to him, and I paid him, and I apologized, and he was like, oh, yeah, you're good, man. And then I came back, and we did, like, a part 2, and then I gave him, like, $5,000, you know? Like, that's just me. Like, you know, whenever I fuck with somebody, I always just, like, let them know, like, shit, like, yo, man, it's just a joke. I don't want any problems. And, you know, I like them to be characters on the videos in the future. Like, that's just how I go. Like, what do you think about my content whenever I do stuff?
Uh-oh.
I mean, it depends. The ones I've seen for the most part have been pretty decent. I remember like the last one I saw was the one where you're like you pretended to be some kind of basketball coach or like a referee. That shit was funny. But if I'm pretty sure if I saw enough of it, I'd probably find some stuff. I'm like, what's this? But I haven't watched a lot of it. That's the last one I remember seeing is the one where you did the whole basketball referee thing. That shit was fun. Or the one where you went to like the basketball game and you got your hair cut. Like, nigga, who you bothering? You know what I'm saying? I think that shit's fucking funny.
But bro, people complain about everything. With the haircut ones, I saw people in the comments like, imagine paying $10,000 for your seat and you get hair on you. Da, 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 da. When literally every single person around me thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Like, bro, niggas just always have shit to say. Like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, Abba, there's people that are mad at you with the fact that you just talk about shit. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? It's like motherfuckers are just mad about everything. So
hold on. Just because people get mad about everything doesn't mean there's not legitimate things to get mad at. There are some people that get mad about everything, but you can't use that to dismiss all criticism, right?
Yeah, not all pranks are the same to me. The same way.
No, what I'm saying is just like motherfuckers just be saying shit. They just be chatting.
Sometimes they're actually speaking facts. There have been times where I've received criticism. We're like, you know what? They may not be mad, but they do actually have a point. I didn't do.
What was the point that they had that you were like, damn, I agree with them?
One time I think I just poorly researched a topic that I thought I'd researched, and then I just came up with bad information. And so I'd given the audience the idea that I'd done a good job actually looking into something, and I just did it. So I had to do a subsequent video explaining why I fucked up and where I fucked up. And it's like, it's cool. Like, mistakes happen. And I'm sure the same thing can be said for pranks. Like, sometimes you think a prank's going to be really hilarious, and you realize you just create more harm than what you intended, and that happens sometimes. No one's above reproach. No one's above mistakes. Sometimes the criticism is garbage, like you said. But yeah, absolutely. There's been times where I've received criticism from the audience, and they've been right.
Yeah, sometimes.
Exactly.
Sometimes I just be chatting.
Sometimes they do, but I'm sorry. Homie taking the groceries, they not just be chatting about that. That dude be stinking up the joint. And I also know this too because he said in that same video, he's like, oh yeah, honestly, if somebody took my pranks, I would want to fight them too. So like the motherfucker knows.
Wow. But fighting and fucking pulling out your gun is two different things.
So what if he beat him so bad he died? Are you okay with that?
That's still on the guy. That's still on the guy.
So to you, there really isn't a difference.
If he kills the guy from beating him up too bad, what the fuck were you supposed to say? Oh, free Brody. He didn't mean to kill. Like, bro, it's just he's still gonna go to jail. It is what it is.
Okay, so you're fine.
It's like whenever fucking let's say a parent gets or I think his name was Tito Ortiz, or I forget the name of the fighter, but there was this one fighter. He figured out that his daughter was getting raped, and he pulled up on the rapist and he beat his ass, like, and I think he killed him.
No, I think you're talking about the guy who ran after him with a gun and shot through the windows and stuff. Cain Velasquez. He didn't get.
Oh, he shot.
He was shooting from his car to the other car, but the guy was with his dad, and I think Cain Velasquez is going to jail.
Yeah, but like, it's like, okay, to us, it's free Brody, you know? It's free Brody. He did nothing wrong. But then at the end of the day, the nigga's still going to jail.
Sure. It doesn't mean the pedophile's not wrong. Like, the pedophile's going to jail too, as I think your buddy should too. I think your buddy should face some consequences for what he did.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to disagree with you on
that. Okay, cool. Then I don't want to spin the wheels. I just wanted to be able to say that's part. I think I understood a little bit better. I just wanted to make it clear that I fucked up with some of my rhetoric and like the whole death thing. But outside of that, I still think there's a lot of pranksters who be fucking up and making people's days much worse for the sake of their audience. And I don't. To me, I just think a lot of that is really wrong.
And I'm not gonna. Okay, yeah, and like this is one prankster. I think you guys should make a video about him. He did a prank where, like, he would order something at Starbucks, and then while he's waiting, and the girl's like writing his name on the thing, he was fucking pretending to jack off in front of her. And like, and then he just did another video that everybody was posting where he went to Wendy's, or he went to a homeless person that was smoking crack, and then asked them what they wanted to eat. And then the person told them what they wanted to eat. Then he went inside the Wendy's, ordered it, came back to them, and then ate the food right in front of them. You know
I feel like that one was fake. Do you think that was real?
You know, apparently it is real. Apparently the guy bought him food afterwards, though. After the cameras were off. I think that was a reprieve.
Either way, but it's like
that guy looked. I could be wrong, and maybe I just see really fucked up homeless people in Miami and LA. But that guy looked really clean for a homeless dude hooked on crack. Like, if you watch the video,
not all homeless people be looking dirty, bro.
Bro, crackheads be functional. I don't know why everybody be thinking like there's functional crackheads out there.
No. I'm not saying there's not functional crackheads. I'm saying for a crackhead that was homeless behind a dumpster smoking a crack pipe in public, he looked fairly clean for me. That's what I thought. But maybe I just see fucked up homeless people in Miami and LA a lot. So
I think there's a lot more homeless people you've seen. You just didn't know they were homeless. Hence, you got a selection bias.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, okay, my bad. Someone in the chat.
For homeless people that I've seen sitting behind a dumpster, they all tend to look a certain way. I haven't seen very many now there could be just homeless among us walking around, blending in through the crowd because I don't know why they're on some
sometimes you just need a bit of privacy to be able to do some crack, and a dumpster's a good place.
That dude did not look clean. Like I don't know what homeless people you're looking at, Destiny, but like you need
homeless
to
people.
He's a gamer.
Homeless.
So his threshold for cleanliness is different than the rest.
So I'm pretty sure I've lived in. I lived in LA for 3 fucking years, and I live in Miami now. Like I don't know where you guys are from. Where do you live at?
Okay, pull up the video and show your chat what he looked like.
Sure, give me the video. Give me the streamable.
Just look up prankster eats food in front of homeless person.
Prankster eats food, homeless person.
If this is clean to you, Destiny, then I gotta see the motherfuckers you talking about.
I don't think you've seen any homeless people. You probably don't. You probably live in the suburbs or some shit and you don't know. But that's fine.
Ooh, Jidion.
There's Destiny assuming shit, as always. Isn't it crazy how Destiny has to beat me in the debate about him knowing more homeless people than me?
You literally just said that right before I did. Do you have like short-term memory problems? You literally just said, "Oh, I don't think you know what homeless people look like," right? I was in LA for 3 years. I don't know if you don't. I don't know what kind of homeless people you see. Even the people in Austin. You go on 6th Street. You think the guys that are walking around with the fucking glass there, dude? Me and Melina, when we were in Austin last, there was a dude shitting on the sidewalk. Okay, that guy did not look like the dude in this video. All right. Where, Abba, did you link me
I'm not
something?
gonna lie. I think you look like a tiny bit cleaner than that dude in the homeless video.
All right, that's great. That sounds like what a kid from the suburbs would say. That's okay, dude. I'm happy for you, man. That's good. I'm happy for you. Listen, man, moving on up. Okay, that's great, dude. I'm proud. I'm happy.
Here, show your chat the video.
Here's your, yeah, sure. Here's your dude.
That's not my dude. Fuck that dude. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn, he's tidy. Oh, my bad.
For a homeless dude behind a dumpster smoking crack?
I apologize. That dude's clean as fuck. He should be working at a Chase.
No weird marks on his body. No crazy.
Destiny and Jidion were two popular YouTubers who had built their careers on creating content that was both entertaining and thought-provoking. They were known for their unique perspectives on various social issues and were often seen as role models by their viewers. However, their latest video had garnered quite a bit of controversy, as they were seen to be taking a stance against a fellow YouTuber, Abar from Abar and Preach, who had recently made some controversial comments about the dangers of being a YouTube prankster. In his reaction video on his YouTube channel, Abar had stated that he believed that YouTube pranksters deserved whatever happened to them as a result of their actions. Specifically, he was referring to a recent incident where a YouTube prankster had been shot at a Walmart store after repeatedly harassing a customer. While many people had condemned the actions of the shooter, Abar argued that the prankster had brought this on himself by engaging in behavior that was both reckless and potentially dangerous. Destiny and Jidion, however, strongly disagreed with Abar's take on the situation. They argued that while the prankster's behavior may have been inappropriate, he did not deserve to be shot for it. They pointed out that the use of violence as a response to non-violent actions was never justified, and that the shooter should be held accountable for his actions. Furthermore, Destiny and Jidion argued that Abar's comments were particularly problematic given his platform and influence. As a popular YouTuber with a large following, Abar had a responsibility to use his platform to promote positive values and discourage harmful behavior. By suggesting that YouTube pranksters deserve to be hurt, he was potentially encouraging his followers to engage in violent or dangerous behavior themselves. Abar, however, remained steadfast in his opinion, arguing that his comments were taken out of context and that he was simply trying to make a broader point about the dangers of engaging in risky behavior for the sake of views and likes. He noted that many YouTube pranksters had been injured or even killed as a result of their actions, and that this was a trend that needed to be addressed. Destiny and Jidion acknowledged that there was some validity to Abar's concerns, but argued that there was a difference between calling attention to the risks of certain behaviors and suggesting that people who engaged in those behaviors deserved to be hurt. They noted that the latter was both morally and legally problematic, and that Abar should be more careful about the messages he was sending to his followers. The debate between Destiny, Jidion, and Abar quickly went viral, with viewers and other YouTubers weighing in on both sides of the issue. Some argued that Abar was simply speaking the truth, and that those who engaged in risky behavior should be prepared to face the consequences. Others argued that the use of violence as a response to non-violent behavior was never acceptable, and that Abar's comments were potentially dangerous. As the debate continued, it became clear that there were no easy answers to the question of whether YouTube pranksters deserved whatever happened to them. While some argued that people who engaged in risky behavior should be held accountable for their actions, others pointed out that violence was never an acceptable response. In the end, Destiny and Jidion remained committed to their belief that violence was never justified, and that Abar's comments were potentially dangerous. They urged their followers to think carefully about the messages they were sending and receiving, and to always prioritize safety and respect for others. Abar, for his part, acknowledged that his comments may have been insensitive and poorly thought out. He pledged to be more careful in the future about the messages he was sending to his followers, and to always prioritize safety and respect for others. The debate between Destiny, Jidion, and Abar ultimately served as a powerful reminder of the importance of using our platforms for good, and of the need to think carefully about the impact our words and actions can have on others. While there may never be a definitive answer to the question of whether YouTube pranksters deserve whatever happens to them, we can all agree that the safety and well-being of ourselves and others should always be our top priority.